In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to add a product into Evance. So I'm going to head on over to the product catalog, and you'll notice that my product catalog is empty. So I'm going to be adding my first product by clicking on the add icon. At the top of this screen, we have some information about why it's important to add content. So I'm just going to click on this. Why it's important to add unique content, your own content, into product information rather than just simply importing a spreadsheet or a database from your suppliers. You want to try and have unique content on your website, and this section here just explains a little bit more about that. So if you have time, it's definitely worth reading. So there are two types of products in Evance. There are the physical products and virtual products. Physical products being items that you have to package and ship to your customers, and virtual products where you don't do any of that. You simply email them, or they have a download of software or music or audio files. And we're going to be experimenting here with physical products because that's largely what our retail customers are involved with. So first thing we're going to do is create a title. So each product has a title. I have a title prepared. We're going to be experimenting here with men's suits, and as soon as I put the title in, the Evance has generated a web address for this product, and that's not set in stone. I can go in here and I can change it, but it will automatically generate, and Evance will double check to make sure this is unique when we finally save this product. The next field is your stock keeping unit codes. Now these are unique identifiers for your products. Although Evance will generate an automatic quick find code, so these will just be an integer which represents this product, you can have your own unique identifiers. So I am going to add a code in here. Then we have EAN barcodes. Now these are becoming increasingly important. This is a fairly new field, and if you have barcodes, it's definitely worth entering in, because feeds such as Google Shopping will like this barcode field, and equally if eventually you want to integrate with an EPOS system, then the barcode references will be definitely handy to have. Then comes your condition. Again, this is used on your site if your theme supports it, and can be added at any time if you want to, but also this is used in Google Shopping feeds as well. Then you've got a short description. Now this should be a short salesy description, and that will be used on the product category level of your shop. So I'm just going to add in a short little description here. Then you have a long description. Now unlike your short description, this can be as long or as short as you like. Ideally, again, for search engine optimization, you want to have some fairly unique, search friendly but human friendly content in here. Don't try and overdo it with your SEO key phrases. You want to make content that's really relevant to your customers. So I'm just going to, just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to add in a very short long description. Then you have your manufacturer information. Now there are several fields here, and we often get asked what these are all about, so I'm going to cover these. Your manufacturer name, model and variant. Now whether these are shown on the front end of your website or not will depend largely on your theme. So if you're selling cars, then you would put something in along the lines of Ford, Focus, for example, and I don't know if this still exists, but Zetec. However, in our example, I'm using a zero theme. I'm just going to make a fake zero manufacturer, and I'm not going to fill in the other fields. These are optional fields. If you do have a manufacturer part number, it's definitely worth putting in. Now, this should be your manufacturer's part number, not your supplier's part number. Your supplier information is entered elsewhere if you want to maintain supplier information. This is the manufacturer, so we're not talking about distributors, we're talking so for example, if you're selling televisions, this would be Sony or Panasonic. It wouldn't be the distributor or wholesaler that you get your television from. Next is pricing. Now there are two price mechanisms currently in Evance. There's hiring, so if you're, for example, hiring out wetsuits or televisions or whatever that is, then you can do that, but by default this field here is for purchasing, people who actually want to buy, and that is the majority of merchants online are just going to be selling a one-off piece. So I'm going to put in here a price. I can't remember what price I had, so I'm going to put in here 169.99, and that's including tax. If you are a business to consumer enterprise and you're operating in the UK, then by default your system will probably be including tax. If you are, however, operating as a business to business operation, then you'll probably find that your default is excluding tax. Now this is set per product, but you can just stick with your default. Your RRP will be the same including or excluding tax as the original price. So I'm just going to put in here 199. Now notice that I haven't put in any decimal places. You don't have to put any decimal places in. Evance will add that in for you. Then comes into the primary photo. You can add as many photos as you like, but the primary photo we add when we're adding the product. If you want to add more, you can do so at a later date when we've actually added this product into the database. So I'm just going to browse and add my first primary photo in here. So I'm going to add a folder. I'm in the media library now, so I'm just going to add my suits folder in, and I'm going to upload my first photo. Let's say let's just use this one. Then we come down to your meta information. Now this is going to be part of your SEO strategy. Trying to find the word there. And this will be the title that is shown in, for example, Google's search results, and also the description. So you can have a play around with these and the meta keywords. And all of this information is included within Evance's internal search engine, as well as it being a factor of independent search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc. Then we have your sales information. So this stuff is kind of optional. In fact, tax isn't optional, but so for example, minimum order quantity here defaults to 1, so the minimum is always 1, and then the maximum order quantity, so in here we specify 0 for unlimited. Then we have a tax class. Now that's going to be a taxable good. And product bands, these are margin classifiers. You have to set these up prior, but these essentially describe how profitable a product is. So these are used within discount structures. Then you have dispatching and shipping. So what is the minimum lead time for this product when it's in stock, and the maximum lead time when it's out of stock. If you're not bothered about these things, then you can just leave them as 0, and it won't be shown on the front end. Now again, it depends on your theme as to how this is displayed on the front end. Then your shipping class. This is a shipping calculator, and these again are set up in Evance, but you can set up as standard. And so select the appropriate shipping calculator for this product. We'll cover shipping calculators in a separate video. Then you have the packaging dimensions, so the product package dimensions and its packaged weight. This is the gross weight of this item once it's packaged. This is included as part of the product and is used by the shipping calculator to calculate appropriate costs of shipping. So it is definitely worth adding in your product weight, packaging width, height and depth dimensions. To be honest, weight is normally the main factor that is used in shipping calculations. Publishing information is great for seasonal products. So for example, if you're selling Easter eggs, then you may want to show this product at a particular date and end on a particular date. But by default, your publishing will be immediate and won't ever expire. So I'm just going to add this product. So we're saying here that we've successfully created a product, and I can either add another one or edit it.